Never found a love like this. There it is. I've never found a love like this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I am joined to my right by a lovely panel. West Ham Online has changed his profile pic. If you don't change it back to West Ham Online, he's getting the boot tonight. Lucas, how are you doing?
Oh! Graham Potter's just gotten the sack. Oh, yes! Yes!
Grandpa.
Yes!
Right, who gives a shit about Grandpa? We've got David Moyes. Clive, how are you?
I am good. Very distraught about my little drink situation, which is why I was a couple of minutes late. But we live, we move, and Southampton lost, so we're happy.
West Ham Online, how are you?
Good. I've got a McFlurry.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Everyone's eating. I'm starving. So, yeah, I will not lie. So let's get into it, gentlemen. Let's start off with this, man. It's the Lucas Fabianski. Lucas for Lucas. Take it away.
Oh, man. I'm so excited. Lucas Fabianski, I thought he had a very good first match back. Clean sheet. He made one very good save and then a bunch of other good saves. Yeah. Didn't really get a chance to distribute the ball at all, really. So I'm going to give him a strong 7.
Strong 7.
It was very good today.
I will go next. I'm giving him an 8 out of 10. That save after the goal is excellent. Through a load of bodies, kept us basically, that sort of won us the game, really. Don't get me wrong. Second half, what did he really do? Kicking was okay, I'd say. But I'll give him an 8. I thought it was decent. Don't forget it's his first game back. People would have been saying about Aguerd. So, yeah, solid 8 for me. West Ham Online.
Suddenly, with Fab back in the team, we looked a lot better when balls were coming into the box. I think he commands his area a lot better than Ariola. I think he made a great save. I thought his handling was superb. His kicking was questionable. He kept slicing it, but I thought he was a much needed improvement on what we've seen in goal over the last few weeks. A 7.
Yeah.
Fab.
Clive?
A 7 as well. This is going to be a night of me agreeing with West Ham Online, and I don't like this. He's been on about the distribution for weeks, and I've been like, but Ariola. The distribution was better than half of our blooming defence for the game. So, yeah, he looked good. I hate to say it.
What are you rating him?
7.
7 out of 10. We move on.
I'm so disappointed in having to agree here.
We move on to a man that has disappointed this year. A man that has been, like so many people, like pissed us all off and give us plenty of this.
Emotional damage.
I think you've got something more important that's just come through.
Today, he was excellent. Lucas, take it away.
I think, James, you just got an extremely generous.
Yeah,
foundation.
that's what I mean. I think you've got something bigger fish to look at here.
Yeah, wow.
Whoa, man. Whoa.
Slushy Stacker, my guy. Wow.
My guy, mate. Listen, right, that is a first. That is a first.
Do we call you Daddy?
I'll call him whatever he wants, mate. Listen, do you know what, bruv? Yeah, that's a bit of mosh, mate. Right, that's the first time ever we've had 100.
For a minute, I'll do this. I know he wants it. Just for a minute, the hamster's coming.
Can you let me? Can you two shut the fuck up so I can just say something? Right, I've got to give that geezer so much respect. Thank you so much, mate, for that donation. That is fucking powerful. Like that, I respect that a lot. Yeah, all us lads appreciate that 100%. So yeah, by all means, slightly stunned, mate. But Stacker, he's stacking the cash, brother. That's what I'm saying on that. Lucas, Kara, take it away.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit stunned by that. Thank you, Satoshi. Teal Kara, I think, out of anyone tonight, this man deserves a lot of love tonight. He is gone through. I won't say he hasn't gone through a lot the past couple months, but he has been one of those players where you see him in the team sheet, your heart kind of drops a little bit. You're like, oh, brother, this guy again, because we all know he's had some matches where he's done pretty good, and then there's some matches where he's been pretty abysmal, and few in between where he's been kind of average. But today, I thought he was excellent. I thought he'd done a few bits where it didn't look too great, but I just thought he was so solid today, and just shades of Spurs away when he put in that cross on the set piece to Aguirre for the goal. That was absolutely lovely. I did not think he had that in his locker from a set piece, at least, but my goodness, it was an absolute peach. And let's not forget about that blistering run he had from the back line on the counterattack to get through behind. Oh yeah, I didn't think he was going to score, because let's be honest. I mean, a defender making that run, I was just like, I was more in awe that he even made that run. That was an incredible run. And I thought he was very, very strong today. So I'm gonna give him 82% pass accuracy as well.
What you saying, Lucas?
I'm gonna give him a strong 7. Strong 7.
Oh, mate, I disagree. I'll go next. I'm giving this geezer an 8, mate. He deserves an 8. He's had a lot of shit, a lot of stick. And let's be honest, a lot of people would have been looking at him today and thinking this man's going to cost us a foul for James Ward-Prowse to put in the top bins. I thought he was excellent. Excellent. I thought he got up and down the pitch well. Sometimes he got a bit caught out, but that's going to happen with Kehrer. I think the assist for the goal is top class. I think the ball comes in is excellent. None of our other players can cross the ball in like that, and
from a long way out too.
A hell of a long way out, and the pace he got on the ball for Aguirre just to header it. All he's got to do is direct the header, and hasn't got to put no power into it whatsoever. Is pretty top draw. 8 out of 10, just an 8, decent, deserves it. He's had a lot of stick. Fair play to him. He didn't let his head bow down. West Ham Online.
Samantha and Joe's son walked out with Kehrer today. I've just seen in the chat. So either Samantha and Joe are dating, or one of them is an imposter. But
right,
they're saying he had a good game today. I'm inclined to agree. I thought it was his best game in a West Ham United shirt today. He got caught out a couple of times at the end, but he isn't great overall, so I was expecting that. But in terms of games, this is the best he's played so far. His cross for the goal was excellent. Thought his passing was decent. I thought he's always passionate. I've said before, he's a passionate player. In all the Tunnel Cam videos, it seems
he doesn't put his head down.
Yeah, I think he always puts his all in, but usually that's not enough. But today he was good. I'm going to give him a 7.
7 out of 10. Clive.
Hello, good sir. I'm not going to give him a pity 8 because he was good, but I feel like your 8 was a bit pity there.
Don't know about that.
Okay.
All right, so I'm intrigued. I'll wait until you give.
You've got to give him. You've got to give him credit where credit's due, though. Today, I don't think he's done anything wrong.
No. He's played good. He's played good, but you can't say he was more outstanding than Rice or Aguerd or. You see what I'm saying? I think he's had a solid 7 performance, but he has sub-performed in the season overall. So obviously it's a more extravagant change from what he was produced into what he has.
I would say his open play defending was better than his one-on-one defending, which is fine. But like I said, those were the few little bits that I think left me away from an 8, but still strong performance for me.
Yeah, I think he's had a really good performance. I think we also not to disrespect Southampton too much here, but
no, please, Clive, they were shit. They were really bad.
It's Southampton, you know what I mean? It's
And we can say that after what we've watched this season. We can say that.
Yeah, like considering like the next 2 games we have, like, do you think Kehrer could produce that performance and get away with some of the things he did today against Newcastle?
I understand that, but you still got to give the geezer credit. Like whether
and I'm still giving him credit, but I'm giving him credit as a 7. Like, but I don't think he was like incredible, but he did good.
Yeah, I agree. What are you rating him, Clive?
7.
7 out of 10. We'll move on. Please do smash a like on the video and please do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. We'll go to the left-hand side. This man, Emerson. Anyone who said that this man can't play left-back was talking an absolute bollo. 100%. Biggest load of bollocks I've ever heard in my life when they said he can't play left-back. This geezer's top draw, mate. Really is. West Ham Online, I'll let you go first. What are you saying?
First of all, I'd like to say I'm seeing a lot of people on Twitter say that they'd get Graham Potter through the door. It's a no from me. Emerson, yeah, he was good. I think he's probably been our most consistent performer since the turn of the year. Out at left back. Oh, thank you to Steve for his donation towards Lucas. Yeah, I thought he was good. Sometimes he needs to get his head up when crossing the ball. I still think he doesn't pick out the right passes in the box, but his overlapping overall was excellent. And he's looked fairly decent defensively. He's not exactly getting caught out. So, yeah, I think he's doing a good job. Just when he gets near that byline, he needs to pick out the right pass more often than he is at the moment. But he's getting a 7 from me.
Just want to say this quickly. Steve, thank you very much, mate. $4.99 always goes a long way. Total respect to you, brother. I'll go next. I thought he was excellent today, Emerson. Thought it was brilliant. That's the sort of thing I want to see with my left back going down that side. The only thing I will say, it's going to get a high 8 for me, just not a 9. I thought he was excellent. Just final balls just didn't sort of ping when he was in there, but he was getting in there, which is good. I thought his defensive play was decent. Yeah, I liked him today, mate. I like Emerson in that position. That's the sort of left back we've been needed. A lot of people didn't like him coming to the club, and they said that it's a bit of a massive downgrade. But for £15 million, I think he's doing outshining his price tag at the minute, and fair play to him. I will say that high 8 for me. Clive,
you were watching the same game as us, right?
I was watching the same game as you, mate.
We only won 1-0, yeah?
We won the game, Clive.
Okay, I'm just.
Right, so we won the game, Clive. So what are you trying to say?
What did you give him? I didn't catch it. What rate?
High 8.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that's where I'm a bit like, really? High 8?
I thought it was excellent today, mate.
I mean, he was good. We kept a clean sheet. Yeah, tick.
He kept a clean sheet. He's defended excellent. He was a threat down that left-hand side. I don't know what more people want out of the geezer. What they want him to do, like beat 5 people, assist a goal, score a goal.
Well, yeah. Kehrer assisted a goal.
Yeah, very, very much so. What are you saying, Clive?
Look, I think he had a good performance. He is strong. He's clearly our starting left back at this point.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to choose Cresswell over him unless you're West Ham Online, potentially. But, yeah, I think he's had a good game. And, yeah, he wasn't, I don't know, he just wasn't that special. Like, I can't give him an 8. I just can't. It's a 7. But, like, he was good, but not, like, wow factor good. I don't know if that makes sense, but, like, it's just, like... I guess when we get into more of the player ratings, it'll make more sense because, like, for me, looking at some of the other players, i.e. Rice, when we get onto him or even Aguerd, like, there were certain things that were certain wow factors. And I'm not talking about the assist or the goal and stuff like that. But, like, there was just more to it, whether it was the tackles, whether it was the, you know, interceptions, the pass rate, all those bits and pieces. Don't get me wrong, Emerson had a good day, but, yeah, 7. Just, nothing like, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I've got to disagree. I will go. I was going to say that. I was going to disagree with it straight away. Lucas, what are you saying?
For me, this rating is a bit tough because I also agree. I think Emerson was very, very good, strong, solid today. But just like others, like Alfie said, crossing was not good today. And this is in terms of not being aware where people are and some of our players not getting into the box. I think the quality of our crosses weren't bad today, but no one was on the end of them, which I think is a huge difference to this season, where like we've put in a lot of shitty crosses when people are there, not the other way around, which today I thought we did. But yeah, I mean, it's the same effect really. So but yeah, Emerson he's been a revelation this season, and I'll be the first to admit I thought he came here just as a token sign and really to get Paqueta through the door, and he has proved so many people wrong, and I'm happy he has, and I'm happy he's shown that he can actually play left back and not just left wing back, because he shows so many missing qualities that we've needed for a while now. But yeah, he was just strong. He was very strong today. I'm also going to give him a strong 7 because I thought he was good. And it's hard for me to say that because he didn't assist like Kara did, but I'm going to give him also a strong 7. I thought the whole back line was fantastic today.
I thought it was excellent, mate. Like, I don't think they deserve 7, so I think they deserve a bit higher than that. I think they defended for their fucking lives today. Let's be real. Like, at stages. So that's just me. What are you rating him, Lucas?
Strong 7.
Strong 7 for Lucas. Right, let's get on to this man. Naif Aguerd. When Fever's right, he's very, very right. I told you that this geezer is going to be the real deal at West Ham. And the saviour is here for everyone to see. Clive.
That's what goes in my head.
Take it away for Aguerd.
You're hoping I ruin it, but I won't. He was really good today.
Go on,
you were hoping I was going to ruin it, but no, I'm not. No, he was really, really good today. You can't fault the guy. And he actually managed to stay on side for scoring. Like, 4 of our players, I think it was 4, were offside.
Have we ever had a successful set piece like that before, where we've had multiple people offside and he made
Craig Dawson done it against Newcastle last year, I think, if I'm right there.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I feel like we don't do that often.
Yeah,
what are you saying?
It was a very weird situation, that goal, but it's look, I'm happy he's got his first goal. He looked really good today, and to be honest, I think he makes everyone else around him look good, because he's very calm, he's very composed, he knows where to move, he seems to be speaking up to the other defenders, making sure that the line is staying put. He's keeping it all intact and all in place. Yeah. So I think tactically he's going to be very important for us, or very key for this final 10 games of the season. I think he's going to, he's got a huge impact for what happens to us. I think he had a really good game. I'm going to give him a very, very high 8. He is also the man of the match for me today.
I'll go next. My boy, Naif Aguerd. Man ends up on BT Sports and Sky Sports saying that this man will be the real deal. He is the real fucking deal, and I've been saying it for a long, long time. I'm giving him a 9 today. Excellent. Top class. Great goal. The only fear with Naif Aguerd, for me personally, is aerial balls. If he can sort himself aerially out when balls are coming in, we've got a top class player. He's the captain for West Ham next season. I don't want to see Danny Ings mentioned, Pablo Fornells mentioned, Craig Cresswell mentioned. I was going to say Craig Dawson then, but he's gone. Cresswell mentioned for captaincy next year. Naif Aguerd is the man for West Ham. 9. Superb. I love this geezer. Top class. West Ham Online.
An 8 for Aguerd. I thought it was his best game in a long while. Obviously, he scored the winning goal. His recovery defending was good. He was pretty good on the ball. Some of his long balls were a bit hopeful, and I think he needs to pick and choose when to go long a bit better. Yeah. But I thought overall he played pretty well, and he's getting an 8 from me.
Lucas, what are you saying for Aguerd?
Yeah, easy 8 from me. My man of the match. And like you said, really his only weakness is just aerial duels. But everything else today was absolutely fantastic. His goal was well taken, 83% pass accuracy for a center half. You take that all day. He broke the line a few times, very strong as well. He won the ball, and while he was wrestling for it, broke the line, played the ball forward. Yeah, he just done really well today, and he recovered the ball 9 times. And like I said, today was I wouldn't say today was cagey. It was very scrappy. I think there's a bit of a difference, and I thought he done well there. So an 8 for me, my man of the match.
Moving on to Kurt Zuma. I'll go first. I'm going to make this short and sweet with this one. I thought he was solid. Didn't really do anything wrong. I'm going to give him a high 7 for me. I didn't really see nothing more to say. He was unreal. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just standard performance from him. It's good to have him in the team with Gwed.
Yeah.
I will say that. I think when the two of them are together, we look a bit better defensively and it ain't sort of jumbled up. But yeah,
no limping around today either, which was nice.
Yeah, didn't see none of that. So a high 7 for me. Clive, what you saying for Zuma?
Yeah, I'd stick with the 7 as well. So basically, the whole back line, with the exception of Gued, was a 7. Yeah, he looks like he's struck up a partnership, even though they haven't played that many games together with him and Aguerd. So that is always going to be key. I think the difficulty is just keeping him not injured, keeping him nice and fit. But we'll see how that comes. But yeah, he looks like he's more confident with Aguerd next to him as well, is what I would say. So obviously confidence does help, because I think his passing was a bit iffy when he had like Okpona at the back or even Dawson, stuff like that. He'd make some silly mistakes. But yeah, with Aguerd, he seems to be more controlling of how he's playing and dictating the play a little bit better. So yeah, 7.
WestHamOnline.
I thought he was solid. Didn't do too bad. People are also saying he's fasting. Yes, obviously that makes it harder, but I'm not going to factor that too much into my player ratings because I'm judging them based on their game. I thought he was all right. He's a very good defender, natural defender. He gets in the way of everything. Yeah, 7.
Lucas?
Yeah, I would say out of the whole back line, he'll probably get my lowest rating. I'm gonna give him a 7, not a strong 7, just because I felt like he really didn't do any extracurriculars today. He was just very solid, very reliable. His passing as well was a bit inconsistent, but
yeah,
again, as always, solid in the air, clears everything that comes his way. Just stout defensively. He just didn't do enough for me to give him a strong 7, but reliable, solid performance. So 7 for me.
Yeah. Moving on to this man. What a load of shite. I don't know where to start, but I'm going to start with this.
Emotional damage.
I'll do it again one more time.
Emotional damage.
This geezer's fucking unnaturally shit, honestly. And I've not even got no agenda, yeah? I like Thomas Suchek, but someone tell me how anyone can rate him more than a 1 today.
I'll tell you what.
Absolutely terrible.
I'll tell you what. I remember them doing a piece on Thomas Suchek, how he grew up playing hockey. And let me tell you, he most definitely looks like a hockey player playing football. I'll tell you that much.
Terrible, mate. Terrible. I'm going to go first.
Stiff.
Right? I'm going to go first. I'm giving him a 1 out of 10. And that is no joke. Right? And that is for him putting the shirt on, the boots on, and breathing in the fresh air of Stratford. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Yeah? Absolutely.
He did drive himself there as well.
Right? Yeah, he drove himself there. He drove us fucking mad also. Terrible, mate. Terrible. If I'm being harsh, someone tell me I'm being harsh, right? But
yeah, you're being harsh.
Fucking not, mate. I thought it was absolutely diabolical, mate. I've never seen it. That's the worst performance I've seen him do in a West Ham shirt.
So you're saying that's a worse performance than Aguerd when, thanks to him, we conceded 3 goals against Manchester United. O'Connor, Ben Johnson,
No,
You're
worst
giving a worse. Yeah, but
that
you're
is the
giving a
worst
worse rating.
performance Thomas
You're giving a
Souček's
worse
done
rating to Thomas
in the
Souček
midfield.
than you did to any of those three.
So you tell, I'll give him a 1. That's my reasoning. I thought he was shy. Over to you,
Yeah,
Clive.
I
Now I
agree
want to know
he
what
was shit. No, I
Right.
agree he was shit. But
Right, so-
1.
he's a 1, bruv. He's a fucking 1. He's lucky at
He
that.
didn't concede a goal.
Yeah, it was only good because he was off the pitch. Right. Over to you, Clive. Let's hear what you've got to say about Thomas. I can't pass. I can't tackle. I run around a lot and don't do a lot. Souček, go ahead.
Oh man, I mean,
Go
he
ahead.
was shit. He was shit. I admit he was shit. But like, when I look at some of the individual performances in other games this season, it can't be a 1. It can't.
Emotional damage.
It can't be a 1.
You are emotional damage, bruv. 100%.
It can't be a 1. I'm
You know
sorry,
what I mean?
it can't be a 1. Like, we still got a clean sheet. Yeah, he didn't do anything. His passing was absolutely devastating. It was shit. And, you know, sometimes, I'm sure we've all seen the video of Gattuso when he goes, sometimes maybe shit, sometimes maybe good. That is Thomas Souček, I'm afraid. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. And today was maybe shit.
Right, but I just see, like, usual suspect, respect to usual suspect, yeah, but he's giving him a 5. Now, to me, that's an average performance. That weren't average. That was fucking... I could have found someone in Stratford plays better in midfield than him today. That's not... I'm not joking here. Like, I'm actually being real. Like, I thought he was terrible. Do you know what I'm saying? What you rated him, Clive? That's what I want to know.
I was going to give him a 5, and now I'm really scared to give him a 5.
Leave it out, man. Leave it. A 5? Are you serious? A 5?
I'll go for a 4 because his passing was that shit. I'll give you that. It was really shit. But like, he didn't like. Maybe it's because Southampton are that shit. But you know, I wasn't worried about him losing the ball.
Fucking 5, mate. You've got to be seriously winding me up, Clive.
Don't get the pressure. Stick with your rating.
All right, I'm gonna stick with my 5, but like, I'm gonna say he was shit. I'm gonna say he was shit. I'll admit it. But you know, I wasn't concerned that if he lost the ball, Southampton weren't gonna then score a worldie. You know what I mean? Like, say if that was against
that. If he puts in that same performance on Wednesday, we get thrashed.
And I agree with that. And like, again, like when I think I gave Aguerd 2 or 3. I think I gave Johnson a 2 or 3. I look, they were the master of their own destructions in those games where we conceded 3 goals thanks to just their awful individual performances. I just can't give him a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or a 4 at that point. So for me, it's a high 5 from Clive.
High 5 from Clive, mate. That's an advert down there. Don't do drugs, kids. That's all I was saying. Don't do drugs, mate. They will fuck you up. Lucas, what you saying?
Oh, man. Where do I begin? With Thomas Souček today. Like I just said to Clive, I think this is about the only club in the Premier League where I think he gets away with what he's done today. Because what he done today was that was worse than disaster class. That was just pure agony and misery watching him. 52% pass accuracy. No successful dribbles. He won
52%. And people rate him a 5.
He won 1 tackle. He got dribble passed 4 times. 4 out of 16 ground duels won. Fair play to him. He was decent in the air, but he wasn't able to get the ball on anyone. But hey, Thomas Souček today was absolutely dreadful. And for me, my rating might be a bit generous, but I'm gonna give Thomas Souček a 3 today.
That ain't too bad, but like, yeah, you know, is what it is.
I mean, I don't think Fever's far off.
I'm not far off.
he was just awful today, and again, if he stayed on the whole match, Southampton may have been able to pull something out, but thankfully Moyes got him off the pitch when he did.
Agree with that comment from John. Big up, John. Souček dips out of tackles, and when he does, he's on occasion he loses the battle. Very, very true.
That's my biggest gripe with Souček is that he doesn't show himself for the ball. So really, you've got 3 midfielders, but you're really playing with 2. So with it,
no. Hold on. Hold on a second. Let me say this with Souček. Do you not think he was good in the air today?
he was good in the air.
Thank you.
Plus
Pigeon, 1 point. That 3 or 4.
Hold on a minute. Hold on, pigeons are good in the air around like Trafalgar Square. Don't mean I want him in West Ham central midfield. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want him playing like in the air. I want him to play on the ground and all. But Lucas, you said 3, yeah?
3, yeah.
West Ham Online. What you saying?
I'll try to be quite quick because we've spent 11 minutes talking about Souček. But look, I thought before I say this, I thought he was really bad today, but I don't get why people bring up his passing stats with no context. He doesn't really play in midfield. If anything, he plays like a second striker. Like he's closer to Ings than he is to Rice and Paqueta. And every pass he makes is pretty much a flick on the header, so his pass accuracy is always going to be low. It's just expected. But most of his passes are genuinely flick on headers, so I don't really look at his pass accuracy anymore. Someone pointed that out to me a few weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, it's a fair point. But I thought it was
valid
terrible.
point.
I thought his slide tackling, he kept missing them. I thought on the ball he was really bad. Especially the first half, I didn't think he was that bad, but the second half he was shocking.
Yeah. We rating him, man.
First half that was terrible.
3. No, 3. I'll give him a 3.
Yeah. Well, we'll move on from Thomas, and we'll come to our captain, Mr. Declan Rice. West Ham Online. I'll let you go first on this one. What you saying?
I thought it was excellent. I thought the first 20 minutes we were terrible, and he was the only one. He was the only one who was sort of impressing. He made 2 tackles in the first minute. His passing was good, and we were just shocking in the first 20 minutes, and he was the only one trying to get us out of it. I thought it was a real captain's performance today. I think Rice is criticised a lot as a captain. I think today we have to praise him. I saw him a lot talking to other players and to Moyes and getting everyone up, and I thought he led by example as well. I thought he was excellent defensively, and I thought he was excellent on the ball. Some people have seemed to have downloaded a Rice agenda now, which I think is really strange because he's our best player, but he's my man of the match, and he's getting an 8 from me.
I'll go next. Man of the match. Really?
Yeah. I think it's
Fanboy.
close. Fanboy. Close with a couple of other players, but he just edges it for me. I thought he was just better than Aged, just because in the first 20 minutes I thought everyone was poor bar Rice, and I thought he got us out of it, really.
I'll go next. He ain't man of the match for me. I will give him an 8. I thought he was decent. I must admit, first 20 minutes, I agree with 1-9 what West Ham are saying. He was our best player because the rest of them just couldn't string anything together. He was up for it today. And when he's up for it, we've got a very, very good player. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'll give him an 8. I won't say he was man of the match, though. Lucas?
I have a feeling Rice and then the next player to follow is going to be very controversial with ratings. But for me today, like Alfie said, I think Alfie says the first 20 minutes. I'd say the first 10, maybe 15. I thought Rice was superb, and he set the tone for us. He made 2 tackles within the first minute, important ones as well. And then from there on out, I thought, I wouldn't say he was a passenger, but he did what he had to do. He done the basics very well, recovered the ball a ton. He didn't really try any adventurous, creative passes. He just done the basics extremely well. Defended decently. But I can't give him an 8. He didn't do enough for me today, but I will give him a solid 7.
Clive, what are you saying?
Yeah, very high 7. I told you this is a night where I'm agreeing with West Ham Online a lot more than I would ever have thought when I first started appearing here. However,
Clive, so that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think Rice had an incredible game.
10 ball
for someone
recoveries as well.
Yeah, the first few minutes, like the first 2 minutes, he'd already made a tackle, a recovery straight away. I was turned on from minute one, basically, thanks to Declan. I think it was his best performance in quite a few weeks for us, and I think that was more of a captain's performance, to be quite honest, for someone that I've critiqued the last few weeks. I think he had a very, very, very good performance today, but. I was tossing up between him and Aguerd, but I decided Aguerd would be my man of the match just on the basis of scoring. But they were the two that I'd highlight the most. So for me, a very high 7 for Declan Rice.
Mitchell, you've arrived on the scene, you little gallivanter, wherever he is.
Good evening.
What you saying about Declan Rice, mate, today?
It was good. Again, I don't think he didn't impress me today. I'm going to be honest.
He didn't.
He didn't impress you.
He didn't impress him.
Look,
What?
look at him. Like,
Hold on.
I want him
What
to
do you
be.
want from him?
I want him to be the
Were you
best in the world.
drunk at the match?
I want him to be the best in the world.
I don't think he was anywhere near 8. I'll be honest.
He was.
People give him 8.
I thought it was decent. I thought it was
Alfie
good.
gave him an 8.
Fuck it, hell.
He had a few too many in the back ball
Between
before
this
the
comment from Mitch and your comment of giving Souček a 1, James.
I gave Souček a 1, mate, because he was shit. Right.
Trust me,
I mean,
anyone who watches a lot of football, I've watched every DM in the Premier League this weekend. Rice is the best performance.
I don't disagree with that, but I
probably agree with that. But that means fuck all. That's a silly argument.
He was.
Right.
He was unreal
Mitch,
for a DM performance. He was unreal.
Mitch, what you rating him?
So on the weekend, if Rice is the worst DM out of, say Casemiro is a man of match performance and Roger is a man of match performance, and Rice has an okay performance, Rice has a bad performance in that sense.
No, but what I'm saying is for a DM performance, he can have done a lot more.
Well,
it was good. It was good, but just to be the best in the world. Again, I want to see more of his driving runs forward. I want to see him control the game a bit more. He doesn't really. Last couple of games, especially today, I don't feel he's been controlling the game enough, or not enough, but as much as what we know he can do.
Yeah, but Mitch, that's probably because he's now been put as a 6, and I think people were actually complaining about the fact he was going on these runs. I saw a lot of people saying he was like playing as if it was Rice ball.
Last season, he played by far the best, and he played as a 6 then. But
he
played
was more than 8. Come on, last year he drove forward a lot more than lately.
Sorry, I meant an 8. I meant an 8. Sorry.
Right.
Okay, so last season is more of an 8.
Right, Mitch, what are you rating him?
I'll give him a 7.
A 7.
Yeah,
Lucas.
Smith, I think you need to lay off the glue. Guimaraes didn't play DM. He was playing central midfield.
7.
Yes,
7 for me.
better.
Solid 7.
Solid 7. Let's get through these player ratings. You know what I mean? You bunch of
Rice is a player. If you want to be world class, you've got to use your own fucking initiative. You can't just go, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. The best players in the world. If you put Messi under Moyes, do you think Messi's going to listen to Moyes all the time and go, I ain't gonna take on this man because Moyes told me to play it back? Cool sense.
Right, Mitch, I know you're late to the party. Just give me one rating for Thomas Souček. What did you think of him today? Give me a number.
You're really trying to test me, aren't you?
I'd give him. Oh, it's tough.
No, it's not.
Careful what you say.
Low 4, high 3. I'm giving high 3.
I will take that. It's an improvement on your bloody 1, James.
It is definitely a 1
high
for me because he was shit.
It was definitely him and Ings for me.
Oh, yeah.
No, not yet.
I haven't got to Ings yet, but let's go Lucas Paqueta.
Yeah, cunt. I said at the start of the game.
Yeah.
Today is not a game you need to play. You need a ball playing midfielder just to kind of just take the ball and just use it.
Right.
Souček was playing as like a fucking false 9, the prick, today. What's he doing?
Fair enough, Mitch. Mitch, look at the name at the bottom of the screen. That's Lucas Paqueta. Right. Clive, what you saying about Lucas Paqueta today?
By the way, Souček deserves the gun treatment, by the way.
I
Go on, Clive.
thoroughly enjoyed Paqueta's performance. Actually, he looked like he had a little bit of confidence back in him.
Yeah.
I enjoyed his skills, and I think this was a useful game for him to be able to show his little bit of ability. He really startled Southampton because every time he managed to do a little trick and get past them, they were literally bear hugging him to the floor.
Yeah.
In very quick time, and it was on numerous occasions. And that's the sort of thing we should be expecting from Paqueta. Like, you know, in the Premier League, unfortunately, if you're the sort of player like Paqueta, you are just going to be tackled down to the ground because they know that you're a skill above the rest. And that showed today. But he didn't do anything too special, and he should have scored in that second half. Don't know how he's not even hit the target, to be honest. But for me, a 7.
I'll go next. I'll give him a high 7 out of 10. I thought tackling was excellent today. The only thing that irritates me a little bit, he's a bit slow on the ball. Like when he's got the ball, he doesn't release it fast enough for me. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'll give him a high 7. I thought he was decent. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see with your £50 million player. I wouldn't say he's an 8 or 9. I wouldn't say he's like he run the show today. He tackled very, very well, but I don't think anyone really run the show today. So I'll give him a high 7.
James, not to question your rating, I think what you've actually said, I agree with most of what you said, but you gave Fab an 8 and Paqueta a 7. Do you think Fab was more important to our win today than?
I mean, he's given us 2 checker one.
Well, I will say this. I'll give Fab an 8 because Fab kept us in the game at 1-0 up. But that's safe.
Fab, I think, deserves high 7/8 today.
I think if you are going to say about Lucas Paqueta, did Paqueta win us the game today? That's the difference. I wouldn't say he won us the game. I say he was a part of helping us win the game today. But no one questions my rating. West Ham Online. Now you can go next.
Well, I'm probably going to give the same rating, but.
Well, how does that make any sense? You're questioning me.
No, I just don't get. I was just questioning whether you thought Fab was more important to the win, and I was just asking you. I think Paqueta, he started the game poorly, but he improved as it went on, and he still gets turned stupidly at times. One time he ran up the pitch, and Lavia, I think it was, literally turned him so easily, and then they got an overload on the left-hand side. People,
but I think Souček gets turned very easy though as well.
He does, but not quite. It's a bit different. Like Paqueta gets turned as if he's running like a headless chicken. Souček gets turned because he's crap. But it's the positioning of Paqueta sometimes. But he did win the ball back a lot. I think it was it's definitely a high for him so far at West Ham. I think he won it back 10 times, which is, to be fair, unreal numbers. On the ball, I'd like to see him do a bit more, but I thought he was good. He should have scored. I mean, I think I would have scored his chance that he had at the back post. But overall, I played quite well, especially in the second half. I thought in the second half, he was probably one of our best players. So I'm going to give him a high 7.
Mitch, what are you saying for Paqueta?
I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a standard 7. I was thinking low 7. I'm kind of in between. I thought at times today, I thought his passing was again very sloppy. Times where it was quite simple as well, and it did wind me up. I'm not gonna lie. But his tackling was superb, and that's what ultimately boosted him up to a 7 for me. It was very good. He missed a chance as well in the game on the right hand side.
He could have had a brace. That goal near post that he howled, and then Bowen has to lay that ball off to Paqueta. He walks at it.
Yeah, 100%.
So you're saying 7, Mitch? Yeah.
But at the same time, I think if Bowen did lay it off, I don't think Paqueta scores it. I think from that angle, there's no way Paqueta would shoot on his right foot. He'd either cut it back on his left, and by that time, bodies would have got across.
Yeah, I agree. I think the freeze game makes it look a lot easier. Yeah,
but I disagree on that. I disagree on that totally, because if that's Benny,
for me, should cut it across. I still think.
Yeah, if there's someone else,
I don't think Paqueta would score it.
Maybe. So you're saying a 7. Lucas, what are you saying for Paqueta?
Paqueta is a tough one for me because when it comes to a midfielder, you're supposed to well, depends if you're attacking midfielder an 8, 6, yada yada yada. Paqueta to me is an 8, and I expect him to be solid defensively and good going forward. And tonight, I did not think he was great going forward. I thought he was sloppy at times, a bit slow in his decisions, a little lazy, but his work rate, I know this is going to sound a bit contradictory, but I thought his work rate was absolutely unbelievable tonight, especially defensively. 11 tackles, Sky said he had. 11 tackles. It was very impressive and fun to watch. And he did get fouled a lot. He did go through a torture chamber, it seemed like. He was just getting absolutely abused. But for me, I'm going to give him just a 7, because I just was not impressed with him going forward today. His passing needs to be better. He needs to put away that goal on the corner at near post. And I need to see a bit more from him going forward. But again, very, very good defensive contribution today, but going forward, need more.
Yeah, I agree.
Well said. I agree.
Before we move on, Clive, if you shout out your ratings for
Don't shout.
Jared Bowen, Saeed Benrahma, and Danny Ings, and then I'll let you go, mate, because I know Benrahma's going to be a heated one between me and West Ham Online.
Okay. So I will start with the best of the crop, which was Bowen. Bowen gets probably a very low 7, to be honest. Again, nothing special, but he did what he needed to do, and he had some opportunities to get us in and made some excellent passes, which other players did not finish off. Then we will go to our left wing with Benrahma. Lackluster. Wasn't that impressed. I know. I never said I'd agree with you to this point, but here we are. Long and short of it is Benny wasted 1 or 2 opportunities that he could have done more with. There was one opportunity I think he deserved to take, which he did, and the keeper saved well. So fair enough on that. But for me, it's just a 6 for Benny. I don't think he was that impressive, and he didn't really give us a lot on that left flank that I would have liked to have seen, or he didn't make the right choice of pass or movement for me. And then the worst of the crop, Daniel Ings. Another moment where I get to say and
you shit bastard.
Yeah, this is where I go.
I was right.
I was so wrong.
I was right.
How fucking slow is he,
mate? He is the Thomas Souček of strikers, and that's a real spiel.
He made such a good run, and he was so slow.
Fucking clown.
Honestly, he made such a good run, but he was so slow.
Mate, when he tried to nutmeg Bednarek on that counter, I actually lost my shit.
Well, what are you saying,
I'm not going to lie. I'm really disappointed with Ings in this game. I thought this was a game he could flourish in and get some confidence in. Turns out I think I'd rather we played Antonio, and that's a comment I never thought I'd say. So it was a very, very low 5.
Thank you,
Damien. Thank you very much, mate. He's happy. 3 points up to 14. Game in hand, not had, because he's underneath. Europe. I agree, Damien. Big yourself up, brother.
Thank you. Appreciated.
Clive, thank you very much for coming on, mate. Really do appreciate it.
Sorry I had to go so soon, but
no worries, mate. But you will be dreaming of Thomas Souček's number 1 tonight.
Justice for Souček. Justice for Souček.
Goodbye, Clive.
Clive, we'll just start next week.
A campaign I cannot get behind, even though I love Clive. I cannot get behind that campaign.
Big up.
The dummy. By the way, the dummy is because Ings was offside.
Well, it is what it is. Right, let's get into it. This man, Saeed Benrahma. Big up Clive, by the way. Really do love Clive. Top man. Saeed Benrahma. West Ham Online. Me and you are going to clash on this one. I know it. I'm in a pissed off mood as it is. So you take it away. What you saying for Benny?
Hammer of the year. Hammer of the year.
Go on.
It would be the worst Ham of the year of all time, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if he wins,
Fuck, are we? Go on.
He would be.
James,
But
I'm telling you now.
Put that fucking shooter down, you
I'll
pleb.
get the positives out of the way first. I'll
Go
give
on.
him the positives first. He linked up first. No, there was a 20-minute period in the first half, from the 20th minute to the 40th minute, where he linked up well with Emerson. Emerson was overlapping, and to be fair to Ben Rama, he was picking him out. He also made a wonderful ball to Kera, but sadly, Kera's touch wasn't the best. He could have been in well. Now on to the negatives. If he wins Hammer of the Year, we should shut down this establishment. Every single time he gets in a good position, he was in a good position so many times. He either crosses it off the pitch, hits a player. He doesn't find a player in the box ever. It can't be a coincidence at this point. He's shooting. He just has shots from outside the box. They go slightly over the bar. The crowd's like, oh! I just sit in my seat.
I know, mate. I was standing, mate. I was to my mate on my left. He went over the bar. I was standing there. Went over, and everyone around me's going, oh! And I'm there like
that. You're saying it wasn't
me, like.
It wasn't like a it was more like
It was like you said
it wasn't like it went over, and I was like, yeah, it was well over. But everyone around me was in a different mindset where they was all going, oh. And I'm just there like,
different
fuck. I was like, what's going on here? Like, are you all fucking blind or something?
Yeah, it's like Twilight Zone. What you rating in West Ham Online?
And I thought it was awful in the second half.
Right.
He gets a high 5 for me.
Right, I'll go next. Disagree completely. 100%.
Disagree completely.
Yeah. When you are working with Emerson, and Emerson's really, really good, that has got to come into play. Yeah, he wasn't vintage Ben Rama today. I do agree with someone in the chat, which someone's just said. He seems like he's scared to run at people now, right? Which is true. I want Benny to run at people and he just wouldn't do it today for some reason.
James, can I say one more thing?
Hold on. Right, you've had your moment. This is my turn.
Well, it's about Richard. It's about Richard B.
Every time we counter, have you noticed every time we counter attack? I don't know whether it's because he's too slow or whatever, but he starts running, turns around, passes it backwards. I'm like, Benny.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you.
Two blokes behind me losing their fucking shit with him.
Yeah, I know, but the problem I have.
Can't, Benny.
Do you want to keep getting us demonetised, Mitch? Shut the fuck up and let me finish, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, I'll get that shooter and shove it right up your anus. Right. What I am saying is this, right? In the first half, he plays a lovely ball into Danny Ings. Danny Ings is too lazy to be on side, right? That's the first thing, right? He done a couple of good crosses. I'm going to give him I'll give him a 6. I think it was okay. I don't think it's bad. He's done a good, decent free kick that the keeper had to make the save and put it out for a corner. That was a decent free kick. It was on target, made the keeper work. Would you see Emerson in that position with another player? Maybe. Would Emerson play as good as with Benny there? I think their link-up's good, though. I will say that. I'm not going to go too hard on Benny, but give him a 6.
Literal 5-yard passes, and that's the highlight of his match. And honestly, I think that's his.
And the Southampton players, the tracking from them was shocking.
Yeah,
they just weren't. They weren't watching the runs. I was like, yeah, Emerson's through. Benny, you going to play it? He played like 2 seconds late, and I was like, how have the Southampton players not tracked him? Yeah. I mean, the Southampton players were disgraceful today.
Yeah, I don't think it was that bad today.
I didn't realize until today, Southampton are really shit.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Lucas, what are you saying for Ben Rama?
Ben Rama for me. I'm gonna give him another credit as well. I actually thought he won us a good amount of corners today. There were a few times he was double teamed, double marked, and the only way he could really get out of the situation is by trying to win us a corner, and he did that a few times, which I applaud. Yeah. But I agree. Today, I thought was a real chance to show his quality, and I thought he was average. He had a few times on the counterattack where he could have pushed the narrative a little bit, but he didn't. His crossing wasn't very good. But again, like I said earlier, I didn't think the quality of our crosses were bad. We were just crossing them into no one. We didn't pick our heads up. But but yeah, just average from Benny for me. But I didn't think he was horrendous by any means. So I'm gonna give him a 6.
Mitch, what you saying for Benny?
6. Average performance. Didn't do anything to note. Didn't do anything bad. You've explained the rest. 6.
Surely the Hammer of the Year gimmick is over now. It's got to be.
Listen, he lives in your head rent free, mate. If he scores the goal, you'll be having a statue outside you'll be having a Mr. Moyes and Mr. Ben Rama in your fucking room, bruv. So if he scores a goal in the Conference League final.
Scoring, but...
Yeah, I know. Jared Bowen. I'm going to start off with Lucas. What are you saying?
This is another tough rating for me personally as well, because I feel like a lot of people thought he played really good today. I thought he was decent, but I feel like some people thought he'd be like a strong 7, maybe an 8 today. Yeah. But I'm gonna give him a 7 because he had a good chance that went off the bar. And regardless of what I think that he should have laid the ball off to Paqueta, because Paqueta acres. And everyone has their opinion, but he walks the ball in my opinion. He could hit that on his left or right foot. On the Paqueta.
You think Paqueta scores that?
From Mitch, when you see on the telly, you'll see how much space.
I've seen it back on the telly, and not a chance he scores it.
Oh,
I disagree on that.
Not a chance.
I really do disagree, because if that's anyone else, they've all used lot. He should pass it.
No, he should pass it, but do I think
100% he should pass it?
They shuffle over immediately.
I think Paqueta walks that in, but Bowen today, I didn't think he was.
I'd bet a lot of money they wouldn't.
Okay,
he'd be skinned. Carry on, Lucas.
But I didn't think Bowen was like heads and toes better than Ben Rama today. I thought he showed a bit more flashes. So for that, I'm gonna give him a 7. But he was better today. Still not the Bowen I know. But again, too many flashes in the pan. I want him to be a bit more consistent. And he's got to get his head up.
Big up, Lee. Also, hi James. I enjoy your shows.
And even though I thought he should have laid off to Paqueta, it was a great shot on his right foot. Great shot.
Yeah. I'm going to say this. I'll go next. I'm going to give him just a 7. I thought he was better than Benny on both flanks. One was a lot better than the other one. I will say that. He's starting to be a bit more greedy, though. I don't like that. He should be feeding people in. There was a time in the second half where he had a chance to feed someone. He's trying to have a shot. Like, it's just like he's trying to do too much when he could feed someone in and present the right. Someone said it in my chat earlier on. He needs to be. Remember, it's a team game. It ain't just about him. But he was good, so I'll give him just a 7 for me. Mitch, what you saying for Bowen?
Just a 7 for me.
Yeah.
You've explained it all. Just a 7. Not the bone of last season. Not as sharp in front of goal and creating chances. Just the same old kind of Bone we've been seeing for the last couple of months. Really, like not really there.
Yeah.
Just being kind of
just flashes in the pan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually agree. With you on that, mate. West Ham Online.
I thought he can do better, but I thought he'd done some good things. There was times he won fouls in important positions, and I thought he looked dangerous on the counter, and I think Southampton were aware of his threat on the counter. I think he suited the game, and he was unlucky with his crossbar hit, but he should have passed it to Paqueta. His decision-making all season hasn't been fantastic, but he hasn't really had a right back there to support him. But I do think Kerr had done a good job of supporting him today, and I think together they both done all right today. I think he was better than the Hammer of the Year slightly, but I didn't think he was outstanding. So I'm going to give him a high 6.
Well, fair enough, mate. High 6 And he passed me out, mate. The way you carry on about him, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, we'll move on to this man, Danny.
All right. Okay.
Danny.
Okay. It's out.
Wait,
Danny.
Mitch, put it back up.
I've got stuff. No, shut the fuck up and let me do my thing, man. You know, interrupting me all the time. Danny Ings, the biggest robbery since the Great Train Robbery, mate. We have been absolutely mugged off by Aston Villa, haven't we? Let's be real. Mitch, what you saying for Danny Ings, mate? You see him live today. You see him run around. You see him end up offside multiple times. What you saying?
Danny stinks.
Just before the game, when the lineup was read out, what X's lineup was read out, the predicted lineup. I read it. I thought we should win. I reckon it could be 1-0, but Souček and Ings shouldn't be playing today. And you may call me a mastermind, but it's very simple. Souček's just shit, and I've said it all along. And this is the kind of game where you want to have more possession, control the game, and Souček weren't needed. They're not a physically dominant, powerful midfield. They're not great in overloading the midfield and pressing. So why the fuck you need to play Souček today? Makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Because the only reason why you want to play Souček is to win those difficult balls and press high, which we didn't need to do today at all. Makes no fucking sense. Use your brain, you cunts. Ings, shit, really shit. I know we can't get the ball too well. I know Ings is slow. I know that the balls do go over the top, which is what we would always do. We just can't get onto him because his first touch is too bad and he's too slow. Mate, you know, the main thing is that his poor touch is a pile of shit.
Mate, and his passing is absolutely atrocious.
He's not strong as well. He can't really fight for it in those 50-50 duels.
He makes sense.
Sorry, I didn't hear. Did you say his touch is bad?
Yeah. Awful.
Oh.
His touch is disgusting. Today, it weren't too bad, but I remember the last game, it was disgusting. People tell it, but I've seen people online saying, "Oh, but this is the perfect game for him. We're gonna have loads of ball. We've got loads of balls in the box. He's played it at Southampton before, so he knows how to play against them." I saw that argument a lot. But what happened to Ings against Villa 2 weeks ago? When he knows how to play against Villa, so we should play him against Villa, and he was a disgrace that game as well. How many games does he have to play? How many poor performances do you have to put in for us to go, Ings, you should not be starting anymore, my friend? I'll give him a 4, low 4.
Low 4 for Mitchell. I'll go next.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Fucking terrible.
Tourism.
If I am giving Souček a 1, I am giving Danny Ings a fucking 1. There's no, I'm going to be harsh but real. Absolute shite. Runs around a lot, gets caught offside, moans a lot, throws his hands up in the air. And when Clive, you know it, you know the song, you know what I mean? Antonio should have started today, 100%. Like, it was the right call to have Antonio starting. Or Cornet, or someone like that. I just don't understand it. We have been literally daylight robbery mugged. This geezer. Aston Villa knew what they was doing when they looked at us.
We've got to buy him out of his contract. We've got to buy him.
And he's on about 125,000 a week, isn't he?
Can we get rid of him in the summer? We can, can't we?
Oh, mate.
We should try our hardest.
This isn't it, man.
How much money are we saying for? Because I don't care.
I'm going to give him a 1 for turning up and breathing fresh air of Stratford. Same with Souček. I thought both of them were absolutely shocking. I can't knock one without the other. They were both bad. Like, you got to be honest. And anyone who rates them a 5 or a 4 or something, I think, well, I don't know what they're seeing. 1 for me. WestHamOnline.
I can't even call Ings a disgrace because he tries, but he's just gone. He's finished, isn't he?
I'm just going to read you a couple of things out that I tweeted when he joined, and I got heaps of abuse here, but I put Ings a good player, but in the situation we're in, there are far bigger issues, and overall, a striker in his older years who's always suited a two-man system is not really ideal. I also put Ings being highest paid player at the club is hilarious and embarrassing.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah,
I think. I actually don't think Danny Ings was as bad as people are saying today. I don't think he was good, But I actually think at times his close control helped us out. I think his close control when he's on the ball is actually really good. But
Alf, the game before Aston Villa, it was the complete opposite. His
No,
first
yeah,
touch
yeah.
was
Yeah, it was.
disgusting.
But in general, I actually think as a player, he's got quite good close control. And I think today,
But it bounces, like he keeps it close, but it bounces. He's got like some weird,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
not
but
like tidy.
you're right.
He's not sharp with it.
I'm going to say this though, yeah. When I look at him, is he a goal threat? Yeah, he hasn't been a goal threat in the last 2 games for me.
I just think
Far
he's
from
not,
it.
He looked terrible at Villa this season, even when he was scoring goals. I tweeted that as well when he joined it. He's just not that good anymore. He's lost a yard of pace. He's never suited a one-man striker system, so it was an awful signing from the start. And he's on about 120 grand away. It was a terrible signing, like honestly worrying signing. It was one of the worst signings I've ever seen. Now, I think that even tops all our summer signings. 120 grand a week. What are we doing? Why?
It don't make sense. You've got to scout him, like to sign someone. Whoever was the man behind that, it's shocking.
It was a panic
shocking
buy.
management.
Let's be honest. It was a complete panic buy.
We thought, we don't really have anyone scoring the goals. Skamaka's getting injured. Antonio's not scored a lot. Let's get someone who has 6. But we didn't scout him at all. He's getting I don't think the system suits him, so I'm going to let him off a bit. He's getting a 5 for me.
Oh,
fucking hell, Alfred Jones, mate. Are you on some?
I don't think he's as bad as what people are saying.
So you're telling me today
I don't know.
He's not a 5, mate. Right, and I will have this all day long with you. Right, you're telling me he had an average performance today.
No, my average is 6, like on pro clubs.
So you're telling me it was just below average today.
Below average.
Yeah, I'd say he was below average, but not by a lot. I don't think he was awful.
Fair enough, mate. Again, stay away from drugs, man. There, people. It fucks you up. Lucas.
For me, it was between Souček and Danny Ings for our worst players on the pitch.
Bang on.
The whole Danny Ings signing, it's hard for me to say he was a terrible signing because I think it was a real desperation of a signing because in the situation we were in, we really needed another striker, and because we put things off until the very last second, he was really our only option available. So we kind of had to roll the dice on him because we needed a body. We didn't have anyone.
Well, how was that not a terrible signing though?
Because we needed him. Like it was desperation. So I understand. Like we didn't really have a choice. We had one fit striker, and we had no idea when the other 2 would be back. And
you're laughing at
what he just put to you.
I did, yeah.
But no, I cannot give him a 5. Him and Souček, it was like 1A, 1B for me. Worst player on the pitch. His touch is disgusting. He works hard, but he's doing the Souček thing where he runs around a bunch, but it doesn't really contribute to anything. I appreciate his work rate and his effort, but he was just awful today, and I'm also gonna give him the same Souček. I'm giving him a 3.
3 out of 10 for you, mate. Right, that is the players done for the 11. Right, let's go through quick fire. Let's go through quick fire because I'm trying to get this wrapped up. Mikel Antonio, Mitch, give me a rating number.
4.
I got 5. I thought he was just standard. Lucas, Antonio.
Came on 65th minute. I'm gonna give him a high 5, but I didn't think he was that bad.
High 5 for Lucas. WestHamOnline number.
Standard 6.
Fair enough. That's generous. Flynn Downs, Mitch.
High 5.
Again, standard 5 for me. Lucas.
6. I thought he was noticeably way better than Souček, and he come on immediately, took some good touches, one off his chest, played it forward.
Yeah,
and he had a brilliant like tackle, and then once he won the tackle, he was fighting with the Southampton player and got a pass off to someone. It was absolutely brilliant. He deserves a 6, I think.
WestHamOnline.
Standard 6.
Standard 6 for you. Obviously, Fornell's Cresswell come on.
Oh,
No
what
point,
a
mate.
pass. By the way, Fornells came on straight away, finds someone in the box with a wonderful pass.
Right.
That's
So I
how
guess
you find your man.
I guess you're rating him a 10. So that's
And
fine.
real quick, Mitch,
go on.
give us a rating for Fabianski, Kerr, Emerson, center half duo.
Really quick. All right, quick.
Yes.
Fabs.
Yeah.
High 7.
Good
Kera.
man.
Low 7.
Oh.
Zuma. High 6. Aguerd.
Oh
7.
Aguerd a 7, bro.
I think they're fair.
Are you?
You
Go on.
can't. Zuma
Mid to
on
high
high six,
7.
you got a clean
High
sheet.
7. High 7. All right, I'll give him a high 7 then.
Right.
Appeal to you. Emerson. 7.
Yep.
Have you got the? Is this
Who's
7
your
your
man of the
number?
match? Who's your man of the
Yeah.
match, Mitch?
We played shit today, boys. You know it, yeah?
Did we win?
No,
I
back
feel
line was
generous.
back line was great though. Back line
back
was
line's
Back
good.
line was good, yeah. Declan
Who's
Rice.
your man of the match?
Low 7.
Who's your man of the
Right.
match?
Who's the man of the match for you?
It's tough. Oh, man of the match.
Yeah.
Oh. Fabianski, I'd say.
That is a
Anyone? I'm not surrounded by drug addicts on this channel or something, right? Are you telling me that you've got 11 players on the pitch and the one you're giving man of the match to, when Aguerd keeps a clean sheet, scores the winner, right? Plays fucking brilliant, and you're giving it to Fabianski.
Today.
Karen was decent today, I know.
By the way, I am loving the Fornells, loving the chat.
Yes, well, you can have it.
Aguerd, I was thinking between Aguerd and Fabs. Very tight. Ask me again in 10 minutes, I'll probably say Aguerd. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know, mate. Fuck off.
Fair enough. Right, let's go
By
to
the
the
way,
ref.
I saw Cornet warming up, and I was just like, a tear was just like rolling down my cheek. I was like, please come on, for that prick on the left.
One day, my boy.
Oh, don't get me started on that. Right, Paul Tierney. Mitch, rate the ref for us, and then we get to David Moyes.
I think there's a few times where he should have given fouls actually today, and I was a bit annoyed.
Yeah.
Got the offside wrong. If you want to count that as a referee, I'll give him a 5.
I'll go next. I'll give him a standard 5. I thought I don't like Paul Tierney's. This is shit in my opinion.
Lucas,
Lucas,
you fucking dare to you now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're gonna be shocked. This is the highest rating I'm ever gonna give a referee. I
Paul
thought
Tierney
Paul Tierney was
Yeah.
excellent today. He was consistent. He did not play one side more than the other. He let play go on, and he was consistent. When Paqueta got dragged down, and then he dragged down Lavia, whatever his name is, he said, play on, get up. I respect that. And he got every single foul call that he called right. Every single one.
I disagree.
Yeah, I disagree, but we'll leave that for another time.
And
what are you saying?
for me, I'm giving Paul Tierney the highest rating I'm ever given an official. I'm giving him a 7.
Oh. West Ham, give me a number.
Standard 6.
Standard 6. Right, let's get to the final. Let's get to the final rate of the evening. David Moyes, West Ham Online. What do you want to say about your hero, David Moyes, tonight?
He's doing it, people. He's doing it. 14th in the league with a game in hand. 10 out of 10 in Europe. And people.
What is that oxygen mask thing all about, by the way? I don't have a clue what is going on. What is that?
What?
Listen,
who cares about that?
Who gives a fuck about that in a minute? Right,
No,
can we talk about David Moyes?
It could just come out. It just come up. And Alfie was saying in the chat
every
earlier.
game. Every player does it after the game for recovery with breathing.
Oh, okay, all right. Fuck me.
Moyes was, well, if I'm being obviously 14th, 10 out of 10 in Europe, but the actual performance today was bang average. We should beat Southampton at home. But I think he picked the right team. I think he put Kerr at right back. A lot of people were saying not to, and I think he proved people wrong. I think the subs were right. He took Souček off as well, which was good. So, Mr. Moyes once again proves people wrong. Our home record in 2023 is
It's
excellent
just
under him.
wrong. Any
And he
manager today for West Ham would have got the same result.
He gets a 7.
7 out of 10. I'll go next. I'm going to go for a high 7. I thought the only thing he really got wrong is the Danny Ings from the start, the sub, and Souček. I think the subs were made bang on. I will say that. He took off Danny Ings, brought Antonio on, right, cool. Takes off Souček, brings Flynn Downs on, right, cool. We got the win. It wasn't vintage. Let's be honest, it wasn't vintage, but we got the win. I don't care what anyone says right now. If West Ham are going to grind this out, they're going to grind out games and nick games 1-0. I don't care as long as we stay in the Premier League. I really don't. I think this season's done in the Premier League. We just need to stay in it. And that's all I care about. So let's be honest. He picked the right team. Kehrer played right back. He changed it with Kafal and put Kehrer there, which is fair enough. The only 2 things that I've got to give him negative on is Souček and Danny Ings. He brings Fab back in and it proves right. Fabianski was decent today. Let's be real. So I know people are saying about a 7's a bit too high, but we won the game. We won the game. We kept a clean sheet. What would you rate him? That's the way I look at it. And I look at it, I'll give him a 7. 7 out of 10. I think that's what I can really say, really. Do you know what I'm saying? So 7 out of 10 for me. Lucas.
Yeah, strong 7 for me. I thought the lineup was as good as it could get besides Danny Ings. I actually thought this would have been a decent match for Souček because I would have just seen him maybe trying to take James Ward-Prowse out of the occasion, which didn't happen. He didn't play midfield really at all. So really, when you think about it, 2 wrong, but then he was bold with Fabianski and Kehrer. He could have easily played Soufal or Johnson, but he went with Kehrer, who proved good. Fabianski came straight back in, played well.
Off, take.
And subs were bang on. And again, I actually thought he got the game plan spot on today, but again, I think the players still lack a lot and let him down a bit. But strong 7 for me.
Mitch, stop looking at the chat. Look at me. What you rating David Moyes? Fucking hell, mate. I just can't get the staff on this channel, mate. Listen, do you know what? I haven't even got to read the chat out. All I hear is it's like Tourette's, isn't it? It's like, Taylor, shut the fuck up. Isn't it? 100%.
Look at this geezer, though. Taylor's like...
I know, mate, but yeah, but he knows that you're triggered.
All you got to do is just look at Mitch. He's not
Napoli are 4-0 down.
100%. Right, Mitch, what are you saying for David Moyes?
4-0 Milan. Fuck me.
Hello, Mitch. David Moyes.
High 6.
Thank you. Well, explain.
He won.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
He won on XG and won the match.
We won, but Souček gets a 1 from James.
Yeah, but Moyes won as a manager and he won on the XG stat.
Well, I could argue that other managers would win the game by 2 or 3-0. And I think we fucking would. Because for me, the fact that Ings started today is criminal. In my eyes, it's criminal. You've seen what he's done in the previous games, and you still decide to play him over Antonio or even Cornet, who looked more dangerous in the 18 minutes that Ings played in the game.
I'd rather
see
Cornet up top, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And
Souček, from the fans
from a tactical point of view,
right,
how you're going to match up against Southampton with the way they play and how we should play at home against Southampton makes no fucking sense.
But surely, Mitch.
Exactly. Just the fucking thing I thought was going to happen with Souček today happened. Right. And they were both fucking diabolical. And to start them both for me makes no sense.
Yeah.
Mitch,
I understand that.
Hold on. Close. It could have been 1-1. It could have been 1-1.
Right. But it wasn't.
I know it wasn't.
We won the game.
Could have been 2-1.
We got the result.
Brilliant. High 6.
10 out of 10 in Europe.
Oh, shut up about 10 out of 10 in Europe, Alfred.
Never serious. No, I fucking don't have I want Moyes to stay. Nah. Unfortunately, I didn't.
Right, Mitch, are you he's not looking at the chat, bro. I don't know what you're fucking triggered. Right. What I'm saying is, Mitch, right, I understand what you're saying about certain things. I agree, but you've still got to give credit where credit's due. He takes him off at the right times. He took the players off at the right times.
Half time, both of them just fucked off the pitch. Both shit.
Maybe, but And not,
No,
I don't disagree.
You've
But
got,
he did take.
We need people to relax.
It's essentially because of
people-
bad first half. Do you think he's
No, but
has Suji
people
ever had a
were-
bad first half and gone bang second half?
people
Here he is,
were
bang,
fasting today,
bang,
Mitch.
pinging passes left, right, and centre. No,
Mitch,
game off
people
second
were-
half.
People were fasting today, so you couldn't make early subs just in case the people fasting ran out of gas.
Right.
Fuck
All
off.
You're
Fuck off.
fucking WestHamOnline, aka the knob at the bottom.
The
there.
Trollmeister.
You know what I mean? The Trollmeister. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I actually think people don't like West Ham Online. Now I know they don't like him, but you know, it is what it is. Right. That is it for the player ratings, gentlemen. Anything else that you want to add before we wrap up?
7, I think that's
I
crazy,
would like
boys.
to say something. I would like
Go
to
ahead, Lucas.
thank everyone again that came and joined the watch along with me, watched the match with me. It was
Big
a
up.
blast. Thank you, everyone, for the donations in the watch along, the memberships, and the show tonight, and the afterthought as well.
Yeah.
We would not be anything without you guys, really, and your participation is always appreciated, and it's great fun talking ball with all of you. It's a real privilege.
One thing I'm going to say is big up Stacker tonight. Stacker's dropped a $100, €100 donation. Yeah,
To us,
on the
today.
channel.
Yeah.
No, Mitch, to your bank account, mate. Yeah, to us, Mitch. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, mate. What on the
where are you
watch
shut-
or this show?
On this show, Mitch, right? Let me land, bro.
Fucking hell.
Keep interrupting
Fucking
me.
hell, James.
Real quick.
I don't have a clue.
Real quick. This one's for
Fucking
him.
hell.
This one's for him.
Go ahead. That's him, mate.
Play,
That's
mate.
him.
Fucking hell. I didn't know that.
Right, listen, I'm going to say this, right? And please don't no one interrupt me. Right, I really do appreciate all the
Sorry,
super
James.
chats,
Sorry.
all the stuff. Fucking
I'm sorry.
And I really do. Like, I love all these lads on here, even West Ham Online, even though he drives me fucking mad. But the show must go on. On Wednesday night, it's the same again. Right, it's the same again. Quickly, before we wrap this up, I just want to get to say one thing to you. Right, how do you look at Wednesday night quickly in regards to the game?
Another victory for Mr. Moyes, pulling away from the relegation zone as the focus quickly transfers over to Europe, and Mr. Moyes relishes in the praise. And by the way, today was more indication that the booing against Aston Villa was ridiculous.
Yeah,
Why?
I must admit.
The booing was directed to Moyes. You know that. We're not going to go with this again.
Ridiculous.
You little wind up, you little troll.
No, it was ridiculous. It was. We've not lost at home in 2023, and we're booing them. Get out.
Right, maybe.
We've
Right,
played some quite expansive football, don't we? Cool.
Yeah, but I don't care about the football as long as we win games. That's all I care about. Right, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Smash a like on the video.
Quick, son, Newcastle Wednesday. Just quick.
Go ahead, then, Mitch.
I think we'll get bummed. No, I think
if we play, I think if we play anything like we did today, we'll get rolled over.
Newcastle looked better than what I thought they'd look today. I thought United would get the win, but Newcastle I thought looked good today.
If we get a point, I'll be incredibly happy.
Yeah, so
there was booing this game. I nearly threw up when I heard it.
There was booing at half time, wasn't there? It was quite funny.
Yeah.
Well, I was quite chill today. I paid for my left. I had a little meal for my left.
Did you? Mitch, have you been in the pub or something today?
Yeah.
I fucking knew it. You had one shandy.
Anyway, there's games on my left as well, which were cracking me up the whole game. Right from the start, I'm from a Byron Bubbles! And I was there cracking. I was trying to sing it and I was just cracking up.
Like the bloke that was playing the violin.
What
was that?
The TikTok of the Hammers supporter.
Oh, yeah. Fucking hell. He'll get the fucker back.
I'm going to say one thing. Mitch is pissed. Anyway, I really do appreciate everybody who's been watching. We're going to wrap this up here and now. West Ham Online, thank you very much. Mitch and Lucas also, thank you very much for coming on.
I'm happy to join you. And I'd like to thank the gentleman again quickly.
Yeah.
The €100 donation. What it will go towards is the staff's and the owners of the channel's wages and also the drinks at the end of the season. I'd like to thank you for your kindness, your consideration, Obviously, it's a huge donation. And I think
£95 to shut up.
I think it demonstrates how considerate you are as a human being in this current environment.
What's a man? Really appreciate Satoshi.
Yeah.
Is that him, Satoshi Stacker? Yeah.
Yeah, that's Stacker,
Stop.
mate. Yeah,
Oh,
big
yeah.
up
Man,
Stacker,
we
mate.
love you.
I forgot that. Thank you to Tay as well.
Right.
No.
Thank you. All these thank yous, mate.
You
You know
can
what I
do
mean?
one.
Right, I'm wrapping this up. Listen, I really do appreciate everyone. As I say, please smash the like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Before I go, big week coming up next week. Newcastle Wednesday. The show must go on. We'll be there. We'll cover it here on E20. I love these lads, and I love West Ham. And I will say this before I wrap this up: we need to all stick together, not be divided. And listen, I don't want Moyes here. I want Moyes out the door. Right, him at the bottom there might want to keep him here, but I don't want him here. I'm going to make that 100% clear. But we have to stick together, get out of this shit, and then get him out the door down the A13.
And get Graham Potter in. Come on, the boys.
Well, we will see about that. But let's not worry about it tonight.
James, what does it say on my profile picture there?
WestHamOnline's a twat.
No, it says.
There it is. I've never found a love like this.